Hello and welcome back to our podcast. My name is Dr. Alison Chiwara. I am the CEO and founder at Human-Focused Ltd, a company that is dedicated to creating happier and healthier workforces and workplaces. How amazing. Talk about psychological safety, that's where we fall in. Talk about organizational culture, that's where we fall in. But today, I want us to talk about something that I really want us to explore, which is the vibrant journey of entrepreneurship. And really today my topic is around the fire of entrepreneurship, the fire in our bellies, on our journey to professional development and our own personal growth. I'm just really super excited. So just as a fire needs oxygen to thrive, our journey in growth or during our growth demands essential elements that keep us alive, that keep our passions alive. And of course, as we celebrate Black History Month this month, I really wanted to take a moment to honor the incredible entrepreneurs who have paved the way for us. And I really want us to reflect on some of the, I suppose, part of the importance of mindfulness in our growth or during our growth journeys. So think about it. Just for a moment, fire requires 3 elements. Can you name them? Well, if I'm correct, if my science correct, it says me well. Fire requires fuel, heat, and oxygen. And in the world of entrepreneurship and personal career growth, what can we actually equate those elements to? I wonder. Well, I did some homework and I thought I'll come up with some of these. So let's look into this. So we talked about fuel itself. Well, in my view, this is the passion and your vision. It's what drives you when the going gets really tough. Remember, I look at the incredible words of Maya Angelou, who I love. She said, nothing will work unless you do. So your vision needs to be very clear and very compelling for those that are listening to you. So it requires fuel to build that fire in your belly. What next? Heat. This represents, I guess, our determination and, of course, our resilience. We need that. The entrepreneurial journey, like I've always said, is often filled with lots of ups and downs. And we require resilience. We require that steadfast climb up the mountains, as we call it. And Oprah Winfrey brilliantly said a while ago that the biggest adventure that you are going to take is to live the life of your dreams. So how do you do that? Well, you have to have determination. You've got to have resilience. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the heat that creates the fire. So you've got to embrace that heat, whatever it is, those ups, those downs, because it's only in those challenging moments that every entrepreneur will tell you is that they discover their true strength. And I'm a testament to that. I can testify for that. It's often in those moments. And if I knew that that was the heat to my fire, I probably would have done things slightly differently. But again, I'm thankful for those moments. Then, of course, number 3, we need the oxygen, the all-important oxygen. So this is the support system around you. Your mentors, your peers, and of course, your community the communities even that you're part of. So just as fire needs air, we need people who believe in us. We need people who will have our back, even when we seem to be falling so many times, because they know on the 8th time, we will hold up. And it's important that in this process that you surround yourself with those that always speak for you, uplift you, and more so challenge you to do better. It's not a bad thing at all. So we've spoken about the 3 elements. So we need the fuel, your passion and vision, the heat, which is the determination and your resilience, and of course the oxygen, your support system or support network. So how do we put all of this in terms of flame of inspiration? Well, I am going to give you one. So because I am honoring those entrepreneurs. So one of those is the incredible Madame C.J. Walker. I really want us to focus on her remarkable entrepreneurial fire. She was born, I think, in the 1860s. She rose from very humble beginnings to becoming America's first self-made, I would have said female millionaire, but I have to add this, first self-made female millionaire. One may ask, Alison, why did you pick Madame C.J. Walker today as your example? Well, let's get to understanding what actually fueled her fire. Well, Madame Walker, had so many challenges along the way. I think throughout her life, I read something about that she was orphaned at a very early age. She worked, as we all know, in a laundress, and she experienced real struggles of being a Black woman in America in that era. Yet, instead of allowing her circumstances to extinguish her dreams, she ignited her passion, her fuel to the fire. So after suffering from what was a horrible scalp condition, she began experimenting with homemade hair care products. And behold, she was on her way to being an entrepreneur. So her journey was fueled by a deep, real desire to just really create opportunities, not just for herself, but for the other Black women. How incredible. She was really mastering her ikigai. Remember, we spoke about finding our ikigai? Here we are. She herself said, I got my start by giving myself a start. Did you hear that? She said, I got my start by giving myself a start. And this mantra is something that has always stayed with me, and it's that essence of the fire in her belly. This relentless drive to not only uplift herself, but also uplift others along the way. Hugely powerful. Now, imagine in those early days, I can only imagine, I suppose, that blending ingredients in a kitchen and envisioning a future, I suppose, where other women would take charge of that beauty industry and their financial independence almost seemed impossible until she began to do it. That was a hit, the determination to create a path where no path existed. The determination, the resilience. I absolutely love this woman, need I say. So Walker didn't just create a business, she also built a community around her. I don't know, I think there's a wonderful movie around her, so I urge you to do watch it and read more about her. So it's through her beauty schools and salons, she trained thousands, perhaps millions, who knows, but I think let's keep it at thousands of women, providing them with real skills to achieve their own independence, particularly financial independence. Her legacy really remains a testament to how our passion, our resilience, and our communities can help us create an unstoppable force. And then we talk about the importance of actually having mindfulness while we're trying to build this fire in our bellies. Well, let's talk about it a little bit. We live in environments at the moment that it's so easy for us to get lost in the hustle and bustle of things. But if we apply mindfulness, it just means that we are being present and intentional with our actions. I often say, when I do my workshops, when I do any sessions, be intentional about your actions and you get results. Mindfulness allows us to reflect on our journeys and also allows us to celebrate our wins, no matter how small or big, and also allows us to learn from our failures. We can only connect the dots by looking backwards. So reflection is a huge part of being mindful. So imagine in Madame C.J. Walker's journey or entrepreneurial journey, or imagine you are an entrepreneur like her, and you become the first female self-made millionaire in the US. Well, with her journey was marked by many atrocities, including her adversities along the way, her challenges, the boundaries that were set before her, and yet she remained focused on her actual goals. She said, don't sit down and wait for the opportunity to come. Get up and make them. So it was about just getting up and getting things done. Now, I want us to take a moment to breathe and center yourself. This practice does help to stay grounded even when you navigate the entrepreneurial landscape. Take that moment each day. Breathe and recenter yourself after every workday, after every task that seems somewhat encompassing. Now, let me share a really quick story. A few years ago, when I launched my startup, and of course, when I've had other startups, I was really passionate and excited. But immediately, I quickly hit a wall. Sales were slow, doubt crept in, and then one day, I decided to just step back a little. And what I did is I practiced mindfulness. I started meditating, I started journaling and connecting and reconnecting with some of my mentors that I lost along the way. And through that process, I discovered new strategies that really allowed me to align myself with my passion. I mean, I pivoted my approach and I just found my niche. And here I am still running Human-Focused Ltd and doing the things that I love to do on a daily basis. And it's such a joy and a blessing at the same time. And this real experience of what I'd been through, hitting those walls really early on in the journey, taught me that sometimes we just need to slow down to speed up. Did you hear that? Yes, it's not a mistake. You do need to slow down in order to speed up. So going back again to celebrating Black History Month, I wanted to remember the countless Black entrepreneurs who have shaped industries and inspired generations through innovations and incredible entrepreneurial businesses. And their stories often, for me, remind us of the power and strength and resilience and being creative, as well as leaning on our communities, which are all very important ingredients in our entrepreneurial journey. I want us to consider the legacy of figures like Frederick Douglass, who said, if there is no struggle, then there is no progress. Struggles are sometimes part of the journey in creating that fire in our belly. Embrace them. Yeah, you heard it from me. Learn from them and let them feel that fire in your belly, the passion in your belly, the resilience, the determination that you so need in building that community that's going to support you along the way as you move on. So as you step back into your week, today is Wednesday, remember the elements that keep your fire alive, your passion, determination, and as I say, that incredible supportive community. And do stay mindful. So practice mindfulness to stay connected to your purpose. It's very important. And so today, I want to challenge you to take a moment each day to reflect. So what fuels your entrepreneurial spirit? Who supports you on your journey? Let this month of October be a celebration of growth, not just for you, but for those who came before us and those who will come after us. Thank you for joining me this afternoon or morning, evening, wherever you are. And if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, share, and do leave a kind review. These are also the things that fuel my fire in order for me to keep being, adventurous with content for you all. So let's keep that fire igniting within our personal and development and career growth. So from me to you, it is goodbye. And from Human-Focused organization, It is goodbye and just keep doing good.